we will go to Willie Weinbaum for the first question.
Here we go, unmuted. Sorry about that. Nick, how would you describe what happened, how it felt at the time, and what your thoughts are about its effect going on from today?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I felt it. I felt it specifically. 4-1, 15 all. I hit a first serve and I felt a strain towards my left abdominal, and then I mean, I've had that injury before. Playing juniors, just when the load spikes up and the body's not used to playing the load, it can cause some issues. And then at 30-15, I hit a wide serve, and I actually was going to hit a big forehand. I can just picture it going on. Like I was going to hit a big forehand, then I ended up hitting a drop shot, and I missed it. But then I felt it as soon as I served. I felt an acute pain, and I knew I was in a bit of trouble. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Like, it's funny because I woke up today feeling phenomenal. Like my hips felt good, like my body felt good, and I was like, wow, like I'm back. I'm feeling good, and the luck just didn't go my way. Like, in a way, he was a bit lucky because I felt today I was playing unbelievable. I came out of the blocks. I was returning lights out. I was actually finding my stride, and I had never felt more comfortable on the grass, honestly. And I felt like he was really struggling with the way I was playing. I was making a lot of returns. I was hot. I broke him, I think, 3 times in the first set. So, but that's part of it. Injuries are part of the game. He's a hell of a player and he's professional and he's going to do some great things. But again, I'm not too upset with it.
Josh.
Nick, Josh Gavlik here from SCN. How disappointed are you? Because you could see the way you spoke to the crowd afterwards, you were upset that you let them down in a way, you couldn't entertain them, and that's been such a feature across your first 2 matches. Is that an element of your disappointment today?
Yeah, for sure. In a way, it's the way I go about my career. If, like, people always say, "Oh, he's not professional. He could have done more. He could have done more in the gym. Could have done more rehab." But that's what makes me, the way I play. My game style, and I honestly did all I could to prepare for Wimbledon. I was training a little bit back home. I got here with, I could have got here earlier, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to go in the bubble earlier. I didn't want to force that on my girlfriend, on my best friend, my manager, any of that. So I got here. I did what I could. I battled through, and my body just wasn't to where it needed to be to continue to play at this level and beat these quality players. My game's there. My game is obviously there. Like, he's 15 in the world, and I'm making the guy look pretty average in the first set, and I haven't played a tournament in 6 months. So my game is there. My confidence is high as ever. It's just my body. I got to get it right, and whether that takes a week or 2 weeks, that's is what it is. But yeah, I was devastated. Obviously, I'm enjoying myself, and I feel like one of the crowd, going from the bad boy of tennis, all this sort of stuff, to now one of the crowd favorites. And I knew that they wanted me to keep playing, and I tried to give everything I absolutely could, but I knew the more I served, the worse it was getting, and it was heartbreaking for me. I told the crowd, like, it's the end of the road, because I knew that it was a journey that I honestly thought, if the way I was playing, I could have done some pretty cool things this week, but it is what it is. It was tough to leave that crowd, honestly.
Has the way the crowd's dealt with you this week reinvigorated you in a way and really made you want to play more tennis going forward this year?
Yes, I definitely feel more comfortable getting out there, and when they embrace you, they embrace your personality, and they embrace the way you go about it. Of course, I want to go out there and play, but I think there's something cool in the fact that I pick and choose very wisely and what I want to play, and I want to keep it. I don't want to be playing every week. That's not who I am. I don't want to be chasing a tennis ball around the world. That's not me. But I think it's cool that I kind of don't play that often, because it gives them, when I do play, they definitely tune in. All my matches are packed out. And I think that's the cool thing about it. Like, they're like, "Oh, Kyrgios won't be playing for ages," and now he's playing, and then there's full hype around it, and it's pretty cool. So we'll see. I really enjoyed the crowd this week. It felt like I was playing back home in Australia. It was even better. So it's cool.
Nick, I'm sorry I came in a bit late, but what have you actually done, and when did it happen?
4-1, 15 all, and then 4-1, 30-15. on my service game. I felt my lower left abdominal ab strain. And it was just getting worse and worse. I couldn't, towards the end, you're talking about a guy that serves, I can confidently say I got one of the best serves in the world. I serve 210 to 220 consistently, and I couldn't serve over 110 kilometers an hour towards the end. I was just rolling it in, and unfortunately, it's not enough against a player like Felix. But if I, So I did an MRI. I've done all the right things. I've iced it. I've got on top of it already. So obviously, my plan is to rest it, rehab it, and then get back out on the court for the US swing, or just try and play. But I got to look after my body. As I said in the previous press conference, I need to make sure my body's right to play, because if it's not, then I'm not going to play.
And you said before the tournament that the plan was to go to the Bahamas after this. I'm assuming you'll head there as soon as possible. But so when will you decide as to what you're going to do as far as Atlanta or Tokyo is concerned?
Well, obviously, I'll see how I pull up the next couple of days. The doctors and the physios told me an injury like this, it's better to do another imaging session 2 to 3 days after it, because that's when the bleeding will, it will kind of show up more as to what you've kind of done. But, it is what it is at the moment. I can't, I might even stay a day or two in London, out of the bubble with my girlfriend, and, see what London's about, and then head to the Bahamas, rehab, train, and then, look, I don't know about the Olympics or, Atlanta just yet. I want to, if I'm to play the Olympics, I've said it numerous times, I want to do it the right way. I want to do it with full crowds. I want to do it with my guests there. I want to do it when I'm able to watch other athletes do their thing. And that's the Olympics for me. The Olympics, the way it's going to go on is not the Olympics. Like, that's not what it is for me. The way these restrictions, that's not how I want to remember the Olympics either, if I play it just one time. So, we'll see. We'll see what I do.
Simon.
Hi, Nick. Simon Cambers from The Guardian. So just to confirm, you're not going to be able to play mixed, I take it, with Venus?
Look, it's heartbreaking, honestly. I haven't had that much fun in a long time, and, I just got goosebumps thinking the fact that I might have to tell Venus Williams that I can't play mixed doubles because of an injury it's brutal for me, because I'm respectful in the fact that I've now taken another day of her time. She's been here. She could have been planning other things, and it's brutal. But how much improvement am I going to get with something like this, that I can't even serve in singles to play mixed doubles? Is brutal. And I'm telling you, deep down, I'm one of the people that will try and do absolutely everything to play doubles. But yeah, I'm not. It's tough. It's not. I would have been fine to lose today. And not be injured, but it's more heartbreaking like this.
I'll just ask you a bit of a different question. This is the last year that there's going to be no play on the middle Sunday. From next year, they're going to play on the middle Sunday. What do you think of that? Do you think it's a good decision? And what are your sort of favourite memories of middle Sunday, if you have any?
Yeah, it's tradition, isn't it? Wimbledon's full of those, and kind of like how they don't take any stick from anyone, and they don't really care. They do it their own way, and that's what makes it special. But I played on the middle Sunday once. I had to finish my match against Lopez, and that was awesome. That was actually incredible. That was a very special match for me. One of my best matches I've played here. So it was cool. But look, I'm actually surprised that they're gonna do that. I kind of like the middle Sunday off. Everyone kind of just has a break and then they're back on again, which is cool. But I don't know. Obviously they're doing it because the weather's a bit unpredictable here, eh?
Josh.
Nick, everyone's really fascinated by your partnership with Venus. If you are to pull out, which seems to be the case, how will you break the news? Will you go and knock on her door in the hotel? Will you shoot her a text, or how will you break the news to her?
I'll probably, I'll contact her, and we've been messaging each other on Instagram. I don't know. It's going to be heartbreaking. Obviously, I see her around, but I don't know. She obviously won't be too happy about it too. She doesn't know how many Wimbledons maybe she's going to play again, so she's not taking any match for granted, whether it's mixed doubles, or singles. So I don't know. I don't really want to think about it at the moment. Obviously, I'm just still a bit disappointed. Obviously, I kind of play it off as if it's not a big deal, and it's not a big deal. In in the scheme of things, but I'm still disappointed. You know, I sacrificed a lot to be here and to try and play and to put myself in a position to do damage. I wouldn't have come here if I didn't think I was going to be able to play a good level. And I actually played better than I thought I was going to play. And, you know, if I get past Felix today, which it looked like in the first set, I was playing lights out, I'm confident going against Zverev. And then, you know, there's just so many things that need to fall into place. But I'm just disappointed. I don't want to think about telling Venus just yet.
Willie?
I'm sorry, just to clarify, is it definite in your mind that it will be impossible to continue in the mixed?
Most likely. As I said, I just pulled out of a match where I was looking like I was dominating. So, yeah, that would be accurate. I'm not sure how much improvement. I mean, unless I surgically, even if I got the world's strongest man abdominal put here, surgically, I think I'd need a couple of days. So I don't think it's possible.
Craig?
Nick, are you in the two things? Are you in constant discomfort with it at the moment? Is it tough to walk? Is it tough to sit? How are you feeling physically? You know, I'm not talking about on the court. The second thing is, would you maybe try and make amends with Venus and say you play mixed doubles with her at the US Open?
That's a good idea. You never know, if she wants to play, I'll play. But yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Like today, I actually felt fine. Everything felt fine physically going out on the court. Apart from my mind, obviously I forgot my tennis shoes once again, which is ridiculous. But yeah, it's uncomfortable. Like if I breathe deeply, I can feel it. Obviously, if I get in some certain, you know, stretches, I can feel it. So I'm not happy with my injury at the moment. Like I can definitely, you know, come back from it. It's not like, but it's just something that it could have got a lot worse if I kept playing on it today. Like it's an acute injury, so if I kept playing, I could have probably made it tear worse, and then I wouldn't have even been able to play the US swing, so it would have just been stupid.
Okay, thank you very much. That concludes the press conference.
Thank you.